Yo, welcome rival. So today I'm going to show you how to hit your headshots consistently, and those tips work for everyone, even if you've never played a hero shooter before. So let's jump right in. Important to start is you never ever judge your aim based on the accuracy KPI given at the end of matches. This number is completely useless and actually has no right to even exist in the first place. So there's 3 different aim styles in Marvel Rivals: hit scan, tracking and projectiles. And they all require a different technique, so I split the video into chapters for easier navigation. Let's start with the easiest one, hit scan, which also would be my recommendation as a hero to pick if you're new to the game. Hit scan means as long as your crosshair is on the hero and you click it, it will deal damage instant. Extremely important here is trigger discipline, as the most common mistake is people holding down left click for no reason or trying to spam click their shots to deal more damage. To develop this, you will always ask yourself one question after every shot. Was it a headshot or not? Once you can confidently answer this question, you will shoot your next shot. Getting used to the small delay will take a while, but it's extremely important for consistent damage, and once you have gotten used to it, the delay will naturally decrease over time as your game's intuition gets better and better. The second one is called tracking, where the nature of the damage is also hit scan. So you want to place your crosshair permanently over the enemy, but the damage is not from a bursty nature, it's basically a damage over time. So you want to precisely follow the enemy's movements in one smooth motion. The most common mistake here is that people try to always predict too far ahead where the enemy is going to be, and then they move their crosshair in advance, often losing their target and making it look like drawing by numbers like zig, 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 instead of one smooth following motion. Once you notice your overcorrection, the best is to stop shooting as fast as possible and restart the process once you're back on the target. Your goal here is to stay on the same target until your mag is empty in one go, and stopping every time as soon as possible so you don't waste your mag capacity in game and you have to reload while the enemy sits at 20 health, for example. The third one are projectiles, the hardest to hit shots, because here you are forced to always predict where the enemies will be after your shot was fired and the projectile traveled to its location. Here every hero will feel different, and if you're new, I would recommend to stick to only one hero and master this one first. The key is to learn your lead distance based on the enemy's distance away from you. The lead distance is the distance between the enemy's head and your cursor in enemy's movement direction, based on your enemy's speed. So the faster the enemy is, the bigger the distance will have to be, and vice versa. So now that we understand the 3 different aims in Marvel Rivals, let me show you the routine to actually practice them. So if you're spawning in the practice range, you're just gonna jump down here. And then through this hole, you can drop down and also drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you want to support us. We now have to set proper parameters for our practice. And the best is if you start with the Galacta bot. This is the easiest to hit. And if you want to have it a higher difficulty, you will actually choose Luna Snow right here, because with her ice skating passive, her movements are even more unpredictable than the other bots. So for the target distance, you want to choose random, and you want to start with short range, and as you progress you can level it up to mid range and long range. Important is that everything is randomized, so you cannot predict the movements as easy, which would make it too easy on yourself and you would not learn anything, because in a real game the people are also moving all across randomly. Then here for the target movement, you're going to check that. You're going to put it to random, and then for here you're going to choose normal first, and as you progress you can increase the movement speed as well. For the timer, I think you should start with 60 seconds so you get the hang of it, but once you understand how it works, I would go up to 120 seconds so you can train more consistency. Also important to note here, I would always note down my scores after every round, so you get like a really small database, and this database we're going to use next week to make our settings. I know it's a bit counterintuitive to play maybe with suboptimal settings, but if you have that base data and then you improve your settings, you can actually see the difference, and it's way easier to make a personal profile that fits your needs. And once you have everything set up, you're going to press enter to apply. And then right here at the control switch, you can start. And then on the top, you will see your score later. If you do this routine 5 times every time before you start playing Ranked, you will improve in no time. The first thing, you're gonna stand still and you're gonna do your shots. The second run, you will start also having some sideways movement that will allow you to follow along with the bot. The third option is you will do side movement and jumps as you're following along with the bot. The fourth option is that you want to randomize your controls without jumping. So you will not follow left, right, no? You will be unpredictable. You're just doing random things. And then in the last version, you combine basically everything, trying to be extremely random so it is hard for your enemies. Yeah, I hope this short guide regarding aim and how to train it was helpful. If you still have any questions, just let me know in the comments. I will try to answer everything in less than 24 hours as always. Cheers and see you in the next one.